So I've downloaded my texture, my uniform clouds texture. Let's go get it. I'm opening it up in my second monitor over here. I'm gonna drag it just to show you. So here's our project folder. I downloaded it to our project folders, and here it is, the TGA. So if we go back to our content, let's create a textures folder. And over here in our textures folder, let's open up our Windows Explorer, and drag this to our textures folder. Here it is, uniform clouds. Let's what I'm doing here is I press this little tab. I'm gonna drag it up in here, so we have two tabs, and I'm gonna grab this, and I'm gonna drop it over here. So now we have an extra one. Boom, boom. So this is it. So we plug what we did before to our UVs and plug that into our alert. This is basically what we just did. So this is pretty much done. I'm going to connect this to our layer ground over here. And yep, this is it. This is basically our material. Something else I'm going to do is just create a parameter for roughness and connect it and set it to 1. Just so that we have that. I'm going to put this ground mask size into a group called color variation. I don't know, just to keep it organized. And the roughness is going to be into, I don't know, material parameters. So, I don't know. Yeah. So now let's apply this and save it. Good. Now it's still compiling, so let's wait until it does its thing and compiles properly. Maybe it's already done it? Alright, what I'm doing in my second monitor over here is I'm downloading another noise texture that we're going to be using. Alright, compiled. You can see the roughness is changed. Now let's go over here to our landscape, landscape painting or whatever. I'm gonna go over here to the paint tab, and right, where are our layers? Did we do something wrong maybe? Let's go over to materials, landscape, and open it. We got our layers over here. They are weight blended layers. I mean, I don't see anything wrong. Let's go back. The layers are usually going to show up here. They aren't showing up for some reason. Huh. Maybe what we need to do is create a material instance for this. And let's click our landscape and drag this over. Just open our material instance, and now we can drag this. Yeah, everything's looking pretty nice. So let's go back to our, oh, now they're showing up. Maybe I needed to, I don't know, have the instance instead of the normal material. All right. So now, as you can see, the paint is, the brush is red, as if we couldn't paint, and in fact we cannot paint because the layer has no layer info attached. So our layers, if you go back to the material and click the layer blend, you can see that the layers are weight blended layers. So what we're going to do over here is in the materials and landscape folder, we're going to create a new folder called layer infos. And what we're going to do now is go back to our landscape paint over here, click our ground, and in fact we're going to do this for every single one of them. We're going to create a weight blended layer. We're going to go over, and it's going to ask for us where to save it. I'm gonna go into materials, landscape, and layer infos. I'm gonna save it there. So that's one layer info down. Now weight blended again for the second layer. I'm gonna click layer infos. We're gonna do this for every, and you can see it's taking shape already. I'm gonna do this for every layer. Weight blended layer, landscape, layer infos. Boom. Every layer now has this. And when you click them and paint it, it's going to compile your shader for every single one that you paint. So let's paint all of them so that it compiles all of the shaders. And while it does its thing, oh, it already did its thing. All right. So as you can see, it's a bit low res and weird. That's partly because of our landscape resolution, and in fact mostly because of our landscape resolution. So one thing that we can do is use target value. That's gonna make it a bit more smooth. However, when you have all of this covered in grass, it's not gonna matter that much. However, if you tweak the tool strength over here, you can see how powerful this can be to blend colors, right? Because when you paint on top of it with a different intensity, it will slowly but surely, you see, like it blends really well. So this has a big effect on how our grass is going to look. And I don't know if you can see the very slight color variation we have in our landscape here because of our ground mask. But if we, I think I've raised it way too much. Let's put something like 200. Yeah, can you see? You can probably see it now. 10. 10 is way too low, so you can't see it. But 200, 300. Yeah, can you see? Like, you can pretty much see it. 500. Anyway, so yeah, we generated a little, very little color variation to it. So this is pretty much it for project setup. However, I'm gonna teach you something else. The last thing, let's go over here to textures. Let's create a folder called noise, just so we have all of the noises in the same one. This is another alpha I'm gonna provide to you. This is an alpha to use in our landscape painter. So if you go over here to the landscape painter and click here in circle and select alpha, you can actually drag in an alpha to paint. And depending on the resolution, of course, of your landscape, this is pretty powerful because you can paint different shapes onto it if you'd like. And sometimes it's much better than just painting using the default circle brush. In fact, most of the times it's better to do it like this, because you can see you can create some patches. And if you raise brush size, I don't know, it's just useful. Anywho, in the following parts, we're gonna be adding assets and stuff that use this runtime virtual texture to drive effects and stuff. So see you soon.